earlier this week. At home, a 2-0 loss to Atletico Morelia. Goals from Martin Berrigan and Javier Ibarra from the Liga de Expansión MX, second division in Mexico. Fort Lauderdale now on the attack. It's going to be called back. Free kick for Madison. And after that, I should say previous to that, they drew 1-1 with Union Omaha, Madison did. That was back on July 16th. You saw in the open, Connor Tobin equalized with just over 20 minutes to go, and then had the game-saving tackle. What it looked like Greg Hurst could have won it for the Owls. But Los Bujos were denied by the Mingos captain. Take a look now at the Dairyland keys to the game. We've seen it so far from Madison. Possession, keeping the ball. Carl Craig said the tempo's got to be in their favor, especially early on in the match, but then they've got to last it throughout the whole 90 minutes. And then for Fort Lauderdale, Coach Darren Powell said it, they've been working on it this week, their counter-attacking play, knowing that if they didn't have the ball, that's where they'd have to do their damage. It's where they have so much athleticism, so much pace in the counterattack. We'll see if they can use that to their advantage tonight. Lofted forward here towards Keegan. And the defensive work was sublime from Modesto Mendez at the back. And he keeps it in play for a teammate. Brilliantly done. And it's a throw-in for Fort Lauderdale. Wonderfully done by Mendez. To the chagrin of Audie Jepson. Corner. Able to find Nahib initially, and Fort Lauderdale could have been in there. They still might be. Crucial by Malloy backtracking, and Gebhardt can retrieve. That was a real chance if the ball was able to slide through the middle of the field there. Madison able to get back just in time, and of course the bit of a slip on the far side there. As Kona unable to get his feet underneath him. Now Fuson for Madison. He has help to his right. Fuson goes alone for now. Now uses the help in the form of Casas. Good ball over the top from the 18-year-old, but he couldn't quite find a teammate in Jake Keegan. There are actually two Chicago Fire 18-year-olds in the Madison 18 tonight. Alex Monis on the bench as well could factor. As Carl Craig's told us, they just kind of need to make up the numbers in a certain way at times. Obviously, they just had the friendly. They've been dealing with some injuries. Guys, to be fair, are coming back, but they still need to have enough for the present. Leonard, good run initially, then Diaz was able to receive it. Now Brino in goal. Able to find Connor Tobin. This is also where Madison are going to have to be composed. Playing out of the back. It's this pressuring Fort Lauderdale attack that leads the league with 22 goals to their name coming into tonight. Casas. Bariga Toyama. Back to Bariga Toyama, at least that was the idea. Casas. It hits the referee. Referee could stop that if he wants to. Madison thought they maybe had gained an advantage, could have played on, but the referee brings this back. And Madison will have a set piece where it hit the referee. Aaron Malloy now, who's one of the players Darren Powell said they had to slow down tonight for Fort Lauderdale to get the right result. He's already had a decent strike on goal that Drake Callender in the end didn't have too much trouble with. Ball over the top here, Keegan, flag is up. Would not have counted even though it was blocked anyway. Mabika was there on the backtracking for Fort Lauderdale. And the Madison attack breaks down. Keegan wearing the captain's armband tonight. Him and Tobin, co-captains for Carl Craig's side. Jake Keegan, who's been prolific again, scoring goals for Madison this season, 6 to his name. And he was in behind, got there illegally, as a free kick will be awarded to the Flamingos here just over the 11-minute mark in the first half. Losky was there defensively. Malloy. This is Bariga Toyama. Well, in the end was well over everybody and out for a goal kick. Mendez. Lauderdale just keeping it at the back as Madison push up just a little bit more. They're going to play this over the top, in behind. Curry in the area. And that's great defensive work at the back by Christian Diaz. Fuson, oh, that would have been a good opportunity if he had kept control of it, but possession regained initially by Malloy, now Jepson. Floated forward onto the far side. Mabika backtracking, using his size and strength to thwart the threat. Now Noah Allen trying to poke that through. Eric Leonard does a good job backtracking to clear it towards Jepson. But as he cleared it, the ball went in, out, and then back in again. So it will be a throw-in. Actually, it should be a late foul instead, actually. It was actually a follow-through on Leonard when he kicked the ball, so pardon me. Carl Craig's side get the free kick. You just see him there pondering things. Malloy picks it up. This is Jake Keegan sizing it up. Gebhard. Diaz. And again. Diaz is capable of taking a pass out from there. He finds Malloy. Bariga Toyama now does well. Still going. Just got tripped up as he entered the penalty area. Fenton Evans now doing all he can at the back to help. And Malloy shepherds him out for a throw-in. Despite Fenton Evans' appeal, Malloy was deemed to have done that fairly. Madison again on the attack. Malloy. They took a shot from there earlier that was saved by Callender. They'll switch fields. Finding Diaz. Diaz again. Just couldn't control it at the vital moment, and Eric Leonard will reset. Of course, also earlier this week, after that friendly, Madison hosted an NBA Finals watch party here at Breese Stevens Field, and there's many people happy in the state of Wisconsin as the Milwaukee Bucks did indeed win Game 6 and won their first NBA championship in 50 years. Some fans, I'm sure, of Madison enjoyed that quite a bit. We're hoping to enjoy their Flamingos tonight as well, as it's as expected, a great crowd here tonight at Breese-Stevens Field. As Nahib was involved there for a moment. He'll be brought back for a free kick. Harvey Neville, son of Inter Miami coach and former Everton and Man United legend, Phil Neville. And of course, the nephew of the Man United legend and British soccer pundit, Gary Neville, as well. See there, Fort Lauderdale getting their first taste of Breese-Stevens Field and Madison, Wisconsin in general. They've never played here. Those that have watched League One all season know it's hard to top the atmosphere here. It really can be a madhouse in Madison when it's bouncing. Rosales is Fort Lauderdale calmly keeping possession in their own end. How can they break forward here? Kona made a run on the far side. Chipped in towards Curry, who swarmed. Falls for a chance. The shot is blocked by Tobin on the edge of the penalty area. And Malloy's able to come out with it. Look at Toyama just poking that through trouble. Fuson now. He does well with 3 around him. Jepson. Good, calm, composed play from Madison here. I still love the quote that Carl Craig told us about Christian Diaz earlier in this season. He just says the ball comes off differently. It sounds differently when he passes it, when he kicks it, when he shoots it than everybody else. He's on the ball now, Diaz. He says you can't teach that. That's natural ability. Normally you hear that when you're talking about it, the ball coming off the bat just a little bit differently for some of the better baseball players, but Diaz kicks it. Another thing that Carl Craig said about it, he just kind of knows the different parts of his feet. He knows where to hit the ball. He knows which part of his foot should be touching the ball for different scenarios. It's an interesting way of looking at it and analyzing it. This is Malloy for Madison. He was brought down after he released the pass. Free kick will be given, and so will a yellow card as well. So Ignacio Pawlowski has his name taken by the referee.
A yellow card has been shown in the 15th minute to number 34.
First yellow card of the night for either side. We'll take a look at the Dairyland replay here. It was, well, late from Pawlowski. Get a great look at it here as he does follow through. He actually put his hand up to apologize, and the referee said, yeah, you can apologize, but you're going to get booked as well. That yellow card brought to you by Dairyland as well. It sets up a set piece here, approaching the 20-minute mark in the first half, as Aaron Malloy was being just briefly attended to by the medical staff for forward Madison. It's just about within range, but it's probably in the ambitious category to take it straight on. And I think Fort Lauderdale would agree. There's only 2 men in the wall for Malloy to deal with if he were to take this on and strike for goal. Even Drake Calendar's giving him a little bit of an area to go to if he wanted to shoot this. It's not exactly wide open, but if Aaron Malloy were to curl this, it would be in with a puncher's chance. He curls instead, looking for a teammate. And it was last off a Fort Lauderdale defender, and it'll be a corner kick. Fuson was a little bit banged up after that last sequence. UW Health Sports Medicine corner for forward Madison, trying to stay on the front foot in these opening 20 and a half minutes here. And it comes right towards goal. And the height of Mabika was crucial there at the near post. Swung back in by Leonard. Headed out a second time. Leonard again puts it back into the mixer calendar there as he was alive and alert to it. Good outlet as well to Fenton Evans, who has room to run into. This is where Fort Lauderdale can be extremely dangerous. Great run from Evans. He could keep on going. Bariga Toyama brings him down. It's a free kick on the opposite side of the field. A little bit closer to goal, and Bariga Toyama is booked. And he can't believe it. The referee wasting no time brandishing yellow cards tonight. Bariga Toyama now has to keep his cool. Dairyland replay here, and well, he might have a bit of a case there. From that angle, as we take a closer look at it. Yeah, it looks like he gets the ball. Wow. He might be unfortunate to concede a free kick. He'll be even more unfortunate to be booked for that challenge. A free kick is one thing for that. I think a yellow card. Again, we have the benefit of another look. The referee does not. Toyama did get frustrated with the referee after the challenge. Maybe the yellow card was for dissent, but regardless, Bariga Toyama has his name taken. And Fenton Evans, who went on that great run, is over this, along with Noah Allen, who looks poised, and he hits it right into the wall, and the second ball is cleared away. Still not dealt with, though. This is Neville, kicking it past Gebhard, regaining it. Now running out of room in the corner, but he finds a teammate. He's going to stay with Fort Lauderdale via a throw. Allen will come over to take it. Some nifty footwork from Madison as Kona to keep that alive. Losky, who's on a yellow. Neville. Rosales. This pass is picked off and cleared out by Bariga Toyama. Fort Lauderdale settle for a throw. Great home support as always here in Madison, Wisconsin. Some pretty good tunes as well, if I do say so myself. Rosales ended up finding Tobin instead of Curry. Malloy lofting it over the top. Flag's going to go up against Noah Fuson, who made a good run. Just wasn't timed well enough. Neville as well. He had it for a moment, and again. Rosales and Pawlowski will start the reset. In behind looking for Curry. Leonard has it covered. Brino has it in his grasp. Bariga Toyama. Lovely ball in behind to find Malloy. Malloy gets it on a give and go from Keegan. Casas out wide for Gebhard. Should say actually Diaz with a good ball in, and he nearly found Keegan. It's out for a goal kick as Keegan just couldn't direct it on frame. Diaz with a wonderfully placed ball in the penalty area. And Keegan, who was harried at the last moment, couldn't hit it on target. Dairyland replay, it's just beautifully placed by Diaz. And Keegan, who made a great run in behind, just didn't get enough on it to trouble the goalkeeper. Asas putting some pressure on the goalkeeper. Lauderdale can come forward with it again. You see there, 65th minute, Chattanooga and Greenville level, 1 apiece. Richmond behind in the 24th minute as well. Tormenta scored in the 3rd minute of that game, which is actually the fastest goal in South Georgia Tormenta club history. At the moment, it's enough. Ian Cameron's side have been in the ascendancy of late in League One. Ascona now for Fort Lauderdale. Puts in a good ball, and Greeno was able to corral it, although the assistant referee on the near side says it went out of play. And I believe this is going to lead to a Fort Lauderdale corner, much to the disapproval of Greeno and the thousands on this end of the field in pink. Neville will take it. Short to Ascona. Trying to work some magic there, thought better of it. Allen looking for a different angle, floats in a good ball, miscommunication, it falls for Evans, who spins and shoots, but finds nowhere near the target, and Greeno has it pretty cleanly the second time. Diaz just floating it over the top so delicately for Gebhard initially. Now it's Keegan trying to keep this alive. Mabika just too big, too strong for him. To be fair, Mabika would be too big and too strong for most. It's 6'6", 215. Rosales for Modesto Mendez, who's been strong defensively at the start for Fort Lauderdale. Floated out wide, Allen sent forward. Madison were looking for the flag. It didn't go up, but in the end, Greeno was able to corral it. You see their first half goals this season, 11 for Fort Lauderdale to just 4 for Madison. They have been more of a second half team this season, the Flamingos. Riga Toyama, not sure he meant to do that, but he finds Keegan, who swarmed quickly by Fort Lauderdale's back line. Now Allen. Curry, who's well up the field trying to help things out. A run from Nahib through the middle. Evans in there as well. Curry has it now. Mitchell Curry! Oh, just a whisker wide. Maybe the best we've seen so far from Fort Lauderdale, and Mitchell Curry, in the form he's in, you'd expect him to hit the target. Not able to do so on that occasion. Curry scored in the 6th minute in the draw against Richmond last time out. It was canceled out by an 86th minute equalizer by, you guessed it, Terzaghi. Now Nahib, this is inviting for him. Trying to find Evans, whose touch lets him down at the vital moment. He would have been in. He kept it in front of him. And Malloy does really well under pressure to find a teammate. Malloy actually leads USL League One with, at least coming into tonight, 825 passes, and coming into the night, he's 4th in the league with 24 chances created as well. This is Derek Gebhard. Now Diaz He has a rare misplaced pass. Madison Escona does well to get past him here. He has help to his right if he wants it, a step over, and he's brought down. It's going to go Fort Lauderdale's way, and another yellow card brandished to Eric Leonard. This is the issue when you hand out early yellow cards as a referee. That standard has to stay consistent. On the Dairyland replay, Escona tried to skin Leonard by a step over past him. You can argue Leonard impeded his progress, but the yellow card, I think you could argue, is harsh here. But Leonard is booked. Third yellow card combined between the two teams in the first half. Neville will take. Headed away before it really got into the dangerous part of the penalty area. Evans picks it back up. Escona. Evans showing you some fancy footwork of his own that we saw on his earlier run as well, where he nearly went all the way for about midfield. Losky out wide. Allen, this is good again from Fort Lauderdale. Curry was in there, so was Nahib. Neither could get to it. It was cleared away at the vital moment, and Mabika, who's just so tough to deal with one-on-one, wins possession back and gets a little fortunate to win a throw. There's the always colorful Carl Craig, not only in personality, but in dress sense as well. Always love talking with him during our calls before the matches. One of the best guys to deal with in this league. Here's Bariga Toyama. There's Carl Craig. I'm sure if you watched Madison a lot this year, you already know that he used to be a punk rocker in his youth days. But apparently his music sense and appreciation differs from his team, he told us a few weeks ago. They seem to like different genres. Here's Gebhardt. Diaz put in a good ball earlier, does the same here. Couldn't find Fuson, a crucial header away. Malloy on a recycle, and Rosales does well to beat Bariga Toyama to the spot. Fort Lauderdale tried to play it out. Diaz and Malloy combined to win it back. This is Audie Jepson now, who was questionable coming into the night. Casas out wide. Ball played in. Diaz brought down. Referee sees nothing wrong. Gebhardt again. Surrounded by Fort Lauderdale players. He does win a throw, though, on the far side. And the Mingos can try to create something from that. Opportunities have been a little few and far between so far tonight. We've seen some good play in spurts from both sides. Well, that was a misplaced pass from Nahib. Malloy, he goes for it! It was a little bit further wide than it looked on the initial try, although he went for the spectacular Aaron Malloy. He had a shot that was easily saved by Callender from outside the penalty area earlier in the first half, as we now take a hydration break here in Madison. Great atmosphere as always. Great place to just come and enjoy a summer's day as well. And of course, tomorrow in Madison, not just enjoying the game, but obviously you can enjoy a bit of camp action as well. Forward Madison FC's fantasy camp. Joseph Lapira will be there. Here's the schedule for the fantasy camp as well. And Carl Craig told us, listen, Connor Tobin and the boys, they're going to be running it. I'm going to leave it up to them. You see there, Connor Tobin and company are going to be leading all the drills, all the exercises. and things like that. But Carl Craig said he's got his eye out. Everybody better be in tip-top shape and ready to go, or he's going to have to get involved. And I think many of the Madison players are hoping that they can handle it before the coach, the big dog, has got to get involved in keeping everybody in tip-top shape around here. That's got to be a lot of fun as well. And again, that's happening tomorrow. So much more to look forward to for the Forward Madison fans and faithful. And Carl Craig even told us he's just so happy that guys like Connor Tobin, without even being asked, really, they just volunteer themselves, he said, the players, the leaders specifically on the team, to help with these kind of community things. And Connor Tobin's been spending a lot of his time in particular doing things in the community of Madison, Wisconsin. And obviously, as they say, it's not just about wearing the captain's armband, it's about how you act in that role as well. And Madison couldn't have picked two better ones than Jake Keegan and Connor Tobin to lead them on and off the field. So a quick hydration break here concludes. Still scoreless between Madison and Fort Lauderdale. Obviously, if it stays scoreless, Fort Lauderdale would stay ahead of Madison in the table. Again, Madison do have 3 games in hand on Fort Lauderdale. But a win would put the winner into 4th place and in a playoff position in the League One table. Off a turnover, Madison come forward here. Gebhard in behind. Mabika again proving to be too tough to deal with, and he clears it. Boy, he has been just a handful one-on-one tonight. You see there, Chattanooga, Greenville, 1 apiece. And Tormenta scoring their earliest goal in franchise history. Marco Micheletto scoring from the penalty spot around the 2nd minute mark. Stays the same. Tormenta will continue their great run that they've been on under Ian Cameron this season. Noah Fuson for Madison now. Lovely. He goes for it. Oh, my word! Magnificent! Out of absolutely nothing, Noah Fuson opens the scoring for Madison. How about it? You won't see many better than that this week. We've had a great week of goals in general, but individual efforts, there won't be many better than that. Bree Stevens rejoices as Noah Fuson opens the scoring for Forward Madison. Another look at the Dairyland replay. It's a wonderful step over and then a screamer into the back of the net. And Madison have their opening goal. What about that? Nothing the goalkeeper can do to stop it. And in a week where we've had magnificent goals across the league, Noah Fuson adds his name to the list. His goal is first of the season. What a way to get it. Brought to you by Dairyland. And I'm sure Madison fans will be wanting to watch that one over and over again tonight. What a strike. Well, apparently they just need a little bit of aqua. And the boys in light blue have taken the lead. Just the 5th first-half goal this season for Forward Madison, and the team that has scored 11 of them. Half of their goals have come in the first half. This obviously means they're just as deadly in the second half, statistically, Fort Lauderdale, but they've been dynamic in the first 45 minutes at times this season. Fort Lauderdale trail after just a wonderful piece of individual effort from Noah Fuson. Ball in behind Evans. Deep into the corner, dealing with Bariga Toyama. What can Fort Lauderdale do to respond. Pawlowski, as you see there, Madison have only dropped points once in 4 times when they've taken the lead this season, and they're one of the best in 1-goal games this season as well. But now Gebhard on the attack, trying to poke it through. Able to find a teammate in Jake Keegan. This is good again from Madison. Keegan onto his left boot, puts it in behind. It could fall for a chance. Jepson! And he fires it over the top. But Madison are in the ascendancy now. Another look at the Dairyland replay. Keegan's ball in. Mabika headed it down nicely in the end. Was fired over the top. Fuson now. Mariga Toyama trying to slide it across. He slipped though at the vital moment. And Fort Lauderdale able to just get it away. Gebhard doing well, winning it back. You see there, it's not been good for Fort Lauderdale this year statistically. When they've conceded first, they've never retrieved any points from losing positions in 5 times this season when they've conceded first in League One play. They've only come back to tie games twice this year from losing positions. That's what faces them now after Noah Fuson's screamer. In the 39th minute, Mariga Toyama, by the way, gets credited with the assist. But it was just a sumptuous piece of individual effort from Noah Fuson. What a way to get your first goal of the campaign. Madison now not trying to rest on their laurels. It's poked away. Neville picks it up for Fort Lauderdale. It's one back. This is Christian Diaz. Derek Gebhard. Wide for Casas. Diaz to Gebhard, and Gebhard had, I think it was Keegan, but he also had Jepson closer to him. Instead, he lofts it into the arms of the goalkeeper, Callender. Neville. Good idea, floating this over the top. Curry trying to deal with Diaz, and does. Mitchell Curry keeps on going, finding Evans. And Evans sends it soaring into orbit. Well, that ball over the top was beautifully done by Neville, but Evans just couldn't keep it down. Curry did a really good job as well, controlling it. And Evans was not able to find anywhere near the target on that occasion. Well, you can just tell, since the goal has gone in, Madison have been much more vibrant. Goals change games. Madison are hammering home their advantage at the moment, but can they find a second goal before halftime? Will Fort Lauderdale have an answer? Rosales looking for Evans in behind, who picks it up. Pawlowski has Neville. You see there, 4 added minutes. Coffee cooperative stoppage time at the end of the first half that sees Noah Fuson's goal as the difference so far. Just 6 minutes ago. Fort Lauderdale, though, looking for an answer. Tobin heading it out only as far as Evans. Does well to control it. Does really well! And it was blocked, I think, at the vital moment. Such tight quarters for Fenton Evans to deal with there. He nearly got a shot away. Well, he did. It was blocked before it could do any damage. Rosales. Neville helps it along. Pawlowski. As Kona. And again. And Malloy stifles it. Keegan all the way back to help. And Bariga Toyama, the goal scorer. Fuson finds Keegan. Fuson again. And his pass is misplaced, looking for Casas. Neville. Mabika. Fair has been really good in the first half for Fort Lauderdale. One-on-one, he's just been unstoppable. Evans was in a decent position when the first attempt was about to come in, but Mabika hesitated, and when Evans kept on running, he was deemed to be in an offside position. Timing's got to be just about perfect on runs like that. We've had 2 of the 4 minutes added on at the end of the first half. A screamer from Noah Fuson is the difference. Jepson. Free kick for Madison there. We're going to start the second half of the season on a high note. Oakland Roots SC welcomes high-powered Phoenix Rising FC when the USL on ESPN continues. Don't miss any of the action from the Golden State Wednesday, August 4th at 10 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Final minute of added time at the end of this first half. Madison looking to double their delight. Is always dangerous. Aaron Malloy ponders over this set piece. Malloy puts in a good ball, and again Mabika got his head to it. Back in by Jepson, poked away by Rosales. Madison will get a throw-in with just about 25 seconds left in the opening 45. Tobin will control it, and I think he looks happy to send us into the second half. Maybe one last attack. Bariga Toyama. Casas now. Couldn't quite find Bariga Toyama. It's out for a corner. Will there be time to take it at the end of this first half? Looks like the referee is going to give Madison one last set piece here. It's going to be a UW Health corner, although the referee is making Madison take it quickly because this will be the last act of the first half. In it comes, and Mabika, so tough to get it past him in a game of headers. And that's the end of the first half at Breese Stevens Field in Madison, Wisconsin. What a climax to the end of the first half. Noah Fuson's first goal of the season for Forward Madison, and what a goal it was to open the scoring. And the Just Coffee Cooperative halftime report is just moments away. What a start to this game. We're looking forward to the second half. Noah Fuson's goal separates the sides, and the Just Coffee Cooperative halftime report is coming up next with Madison leading Fort Lauderdale by a goal to nil.
Dairyland is getting there every day land. It's room for everyone land. It's post-retirement hobby land. Dairyland is driving to your first day of work land and spending Saturdays on the road land. Dairyland is affordable auto and motorcycle insurance for you land, all to help get you there. Dairyland is your land.
My favorite breakfast is Odyssey yogurt. I asked Mommy where it comes from, and she took me to a dairy farm to learn all about milk and, most importantly, cows. Wisconsin cows are definitely the happiest, which means they make the tastiest yogurt. My favorite is blueberry. What's your flavor? Support your local farmers. E-I-E-I Odyssey.
Welcome back to the Just Coffee Cooperative Halftime Report. Sean St. Jacques back here with you, forward Madison and Fort Lauderdale. The second half is coming up soon, but first, take a look back at a fun week in USL League One. A lot of goals the last week in League One action. We start with North Carolina and TFC2. 23rd minute, it's a tap-in for Garrett McLaughlin, who's just had a phenomenal season so far for the Canadian club. But North Carolina had some opportunities. They had an answer as well. Thorne Simpson being a thorn in the side of Toronto FC2 on the doorstep. He pokes it in. It's 1-1 inside of 30 minutes, but in the 32nd minute, Garrett McLaughlin with a goal of the season candidate, an over-the-head kick into the back of the net. Beautifully done. There's not going to be many that beat that, although we'll get to one that might in just a few minutes. North Carolina, though, showing the fight. They did go down to 10 in this game, but Coldframe would equalize with just over 20 minutes to go. But Antonio Carlini, just a few moments later, had the answer. 3-2 with 15 minutes to go. TFC2 had the lead, and Garrett McLaughlin would finish it off with 7 minutes to go. A hat trick for Garrett McLaughlin. Well earned, and he had the quality behind the goals to match the amazing performance. 4-2, TFC2 win it. That was last weekend. North Carolina back in action against Richmond, trying to back things up, trying to fight back after a tough defeat, and Richmond couldn't have gotten off to much of a worse start. Robert Christo with just a glancing header over the top and in just before the 20-minute mark. 41st minute, I should say, it was Richmond that would answer after that. A couple of opportunities for them. That one just over the bar from Anderson. He couldn't quite hit the target. Now, the 41st minute. Can't show you this one enough. It's Christo again, goalkeeper frozen. This might be the goal of the season. Garrett McLaughlin, eat your heart out. It's a phenomenal strike. You can't hit it better than that. North Carolina were 2-0 up just before halftime. Again, worth noting, Richmond did go down to 10 late in this game, but it was Cone, 48th minute, scoring. North Carolina just kept on coming, and with just before the 50-minute mark, it was 3-0 to North Carolina. Again, Richmond would go down to 10, but Terzaghi had a couple of opportunities to get them back into the game. You don't normally see him miss chances like this. 2 opportunities inside the penalty area. Wasn't able to hit the target on either occasion. Again, Richmond went down to 10 with 5 minutes to go, and then Cone polished it off with a beautiful second himself. 2 braces, 4 goals, and on Wednesday, North Carolina beat Richmond by 4-0. Though not out of it yet, North Carolina. They're still a little bit of a ways away. They're trying to hit the green and get back into the race for the playoffs. Then just last night, Revs 2 hosting TFC2. Luca Petrasso in on goal, but Rice was there to deny him. It's a lovely save at point-blank range. Petrasso couldn't believe it then. TFC2 off the training ground. Another opportunity, but Kaye off the line, just flinging himself at it, able to deny Altobelli. It's a wonderful strike. Defensive work was even better from Revs 2 side of things, and then Ryan Spalding with just over 20 minutes to go gets the deflection and finds the back of the net. Tough on TFC2, but Revs 2 win it by 1-0. We have more Just Coffee Co-op halftime coming up after this.
I am a first-generation student here at Bellevue University. I feel like if I were to have gone to a different university, my experience would have been a lot more stressful and overwhelming, because I feel like I wouldn't have gotten that personal experience that Bellevue University has to offer.
the 18. DeMarcus Sargent goes to his left. Hard strike, and it's in the net. 2-1 Oakland.
Split another massive stop. Scoots deflected, and a big save from Rawls. As Asante takes this on. Oh, that's a tremendous goal from Solo.
This is a Wisconsin farmer. She grows the locally sourced freshness, the freshness that complements the wild-caught salmon, the salmon that tees up the cheesecake that sweetens every moment. Festival Foods. We are Wisconsin.
Dairyland is getting there everyday land. It's room for everyone land. It's post-retirement hobby land. Dairyland is driving to your first day of work land and spending Saturdays on the road land. Dairyland is affordable auto and motorcycle insurance for you land, all to help get you there. Dairyland is your land.
This is a Wisconsin brewmaster. He brews the local craft beer, the beer that washes down the Oktoberfest brat, the brat that pairs with the potato salad that befriends the burger that tastes like victory. Festival Foods. We are Wisconsin.
The cooperative halftime report rolls on here. Sean St. Jacques back here with you. Take a look at the USL League One news and notes. Obviously, the league meetings happening in San Antonio, just concluding here the mid-year meetings. Obviously, gotta look out for some video game action with the USL Championship and League One. Konami, USL, Collision Course, keep an eye out for that. Player of the week, of course, is TFC2's Garrett McLaughlin. We saw his hat trick as well, and he's just been phenomenal. He leads the team of the week as well. You see there, forward Madison getting some representation with Connor Tobin, who's had a phenomenal week and a great season as well. Luca Meyer for Tormenta. Watch out for them. They've been really good this season as well. The goal leaders, that's coming into tonight. You see Lomis has 11. He actually has 12. He scored against Chattanooga tonight. Garrett McLaughlin right there now after his hat trick. As remember, TFC2 started a little bit later than everybody else. That's even more impressive considering that. The assist leaders, obviously, George Acosta has been out for Fort Lauderdale. We await his return. He's been phenomenal with 6 assists in 11 matches this year. And also, JT Kamara for North Carolina has had a really good season as well. The goals against leaders, a lot of good candidates. Obviously, you look at Joe Rice, Dallas J. Again, 4 of these 5 guys are in the top in the playoff hunt as well. Richmond Kickers, the exception there, but Rashid Nuhu, the class of the conference as far as goalkeeping, under 1 goals against per game. Dairyland scoreboard, again, Chattanooga, Greenville, that's now full time. It finished 1 apiece. Tormenta still with a 1-0 lead. That's at the half between them and Richmond Kickers. Revs 2 beating TFC2 back on the Friday. TFC2 beating Carolina on Sunday, 6-goal throw, and then Carolina beating Richmond. That crazy game with the Cristo brace that everybody is still talking about. Obviously, coming up later on tonight, Union Omaha against the rejuvenated FC Tucson. They've just been fantastic. And obviously tonight, 2nd of 4 meetings this season. And we'll see how Tucson do against one of the title hopefuls in Union Omaha as well. Greg Hurst has been leading the charge. He's been phenomenal this season as well. But again, with the coaching change that Tucson has gone under, they have been able to rejuvenate their season, and they're very much in the mix. Take a look at the Dairyland upcoming schedule. Tonight, Tucson, Omaha, 10 o'clock, ESPN Plus. Tune in for that. And, of course, Friday, TFC2 Greenville as well. Saturday, Chattanooga, Madison. A lot of people will be watching that one. Kickers taking on Tucson. Omaha and North Texas as well on Saturday. And then we move into the month of August, past the halfway point of the season. Fort Lauderdale and North Carolina FC. So a lot to go to there. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, first half highlights and stats from Madison.
Dairyland is getting there everyday land. It's room for everyone land. It's post-retirement hobby land. Dairyland is driving to your first day of work land and spending Saturdays on the road land. Dairyland is affordable auto and motorcycle insurance for you land, all to help get you there. Dairyland is your land.
This is a Wisconsin farmer. She grows the locally sourced freshness, the freshness that complements the wild-caught salmon, the salmon that tees up the cheesecake that sweetens every moment. Festival Foods. We are Wisconsin.
My favorite breakfast is Odyssey yogurt. I asked Mommy where it comes from, and she took me to a dairy farm to learn all about milk and, most importantly, cows. Wisconsin cows are definitely the happiest, which means they make the tastiest yogurt. My favorite is blueberry. What's your flavor? Support your local farmers. E-I-E-I Odyssey.
This is a Wisconsin brewmaster. He brews the local craft beer, the beer that washes down the Oktoberfest brat, the brat that pairs with the potato salad that befriends the burger that tastes like victory. Festival Foods. We are Wisconsin.
The Just Coffee Cooperative halftime report rolls on. Sean St. Jacques back here with you in Madison as we take a look now at the first half highlights between Madison and Fort Lauderdale, of course. 1-0 at the half between those two. Halftime highlights brought to you by Heartland Credit Union. Obviously, the atmosphere, we anticipated it to be good. It has lived up to the hype, as it always does here at Breese-Stevens Field. Early on in the first half, Christian Diaz putting it on a plate for Jake Keegan, who got a decent touch on it, but was not able to hit the back of the net. Fort Lauderdale were dangerous in the first half. Mitchell Curry probably had the best chance. I think Phil Brino knew it was going wide. Not sure anybody else did. It was a really good strike from Curry. He just wasn't able to hit the target, and that was Fort Lauderdale's best chance. And then Noah Fuson stealing the show. Lovely step over, and then a screamer off the top of the crossbar and in to open the scoring for forward Madison. You can believe it. It's his first goal of the season for the Flamingos. What a way to get it. It's going to be a goal of the week candidate, no question about that. What a moment and what a way to open the scoring for Madison. Now the Rhyme halftime match stats. Shots just slightly in favor of Fort Lauderdale, but shots on target are in the favor of the Flamingos. Possession, which Carl Craig said is a big factor in the game tonight. Forward Madison has the advantage there, 53 to 47%. Teams will switch sides for the second half. Forward Madison leading by a 0-0 are in their home light blues with the dark blue trim. And they kick us off leading by a 0-0 as Fort Lauderdale chase them with their road whites and the black shorts. Yeah, Noah Fuson just lighting up the occasion with his opening goal, and Madison trying to pick up where they left off at the end of the first half. Bariga Toyama, as Madison find themselves on the front foot right away here. Bariga Toyama just trying to cut out some space. He'll settle for a corner just 28 seconds into the second half. Again, the winner tonight would jump into fourth place in the USL League One table. Sean St. Jacques here with you. We're at Breese-Stevens Field in Madison, Wisconsin. UW Health. Corner kick up coming for the hosts. Lofted in from Diaz. A bit of miscommunication. Keegan lofts it in for Fuson, who couldn't get anything on it. Leonard tracks it down, and he lofts it back in. Nearly found another Madison player. It'll go out for a throw-in on the near side with the Flamingo faithful looking on. Well, Madison smell blood at the moment. Chested down initially, but Nahib clears it only as far as Bariga Toyama. Oh! What an effort, but a great save from Callender. Casas! And he couldn't find anybody to get a touch on it in the 6-yard box. And Fort Lauderdale are hanging on by a thread at the moment. Allen wins it back. And they just regain some kind of possession here. Well, Allen gets a give and go here. This is really well done. He keeps possession. Ascona. As Fort Lauderdale trying to work their way through it and win a throw-in on the near side. Madison had 2 real chances there to double their money. Allen, that might have taken a deflection on the way through. It did. It's a Fort Lauderdale corner. Let's briefly take a look here on the Dairyland Insurance replay. Bariga Toyama, this was from way out. Callender, though, able to dive down and put enough power behind it so there wasn't a follow-up. Fort Lauderdale off the corner, headed away by Malloy at the near post. Losky. Neville thought about it, takes aim. Oh, Brino denies him. It's a wonderful effort from Neville. Brino was up to the task. It's another corner as Fort Lauderdale regain a foothold in the game. Dairyland replay was inviting for Neville. It was rising at the end. It might have just snuck under, but Brino comfortably taps it over the top. Neville will take the set piece. It's a good ball in, but nobody for Fort Lauderdale got a touch to it. Poblowski on a second try. Centering header in the end is out of play and out for a goal kick. Much better from Darren Powell's side there. The USL is committed to supporting the LGBTQ+ community through the Forever Proud project. The USL will strive to create safe and welcoming environments for all fans, players, employees, and partners. Learn more at uslsoccer.com/forwardforever-proud. Carl Craig knows there's still a long way to go, but his team been very good in the last 10 minutes from the first half and the first almost 5 minutes of this second half, although Fort Lauderdale had a good spell there for the last few minutes. Unable to really trouble Brino, although Harvey Neville had a good effort at goal. Diaz. Searching for Keegan. Keegan let it bounce, did well to maybe get around there, but Mendez was not troubled, at least not initially, and he's able to find Mabika. Evans. Rosales. The give and go between those two. Rosales poking it forward. Curry does well to leave it, but it's Malloy, I believe, who just got a touch on that, and Brino can pick it up. Tobin. Riga Toyama just able to keep that in. Can he keep going with it? Yes, he can. Does really well with it, the left back, and wins a free kick off of Fenton Evans. Great battle between those two. Worth remembering as well, 3 players, 2 for Madison, 1 for Fort Lauderdale, are on yellow cards. Riga Toyama is one of them. Eric Leonard is another. And Ignacio Pawlowski is on a yellow for Fort Lauderdale. This is Bariga Toyama off the short free kick. Casas trying to get a little cute with it. Rosales forces him out. Neville leading the charge, trying to break out of this. Neville nearly got past Tobin. Curry runs up for it, and Brino's able to clean it up. Rosales able to find Allen, and Fort Lauderdale for the moment can take a breath. Though they do give it right back. Yes. In for Jebsen. Great touch by Diaz to keep in. A hard pass from Leonard. This is Connor Tobin running onto it. Bariga Toyama. Still Bariga Toyama. Keegan. Bariga Toyama trying to poke it through for the goal scorer, Fuson, unsuccessfully. And Callender has it. Leonard does really well. Normally a midfielder, Eric Leonard, but playing in Gustavo Fernandez's normal position. Pawlowski didn't get a good touch onto that. Keegan trying to find a teammate. It was Casas who was closest to it, but Callender easily able to corral it. Now Noah Allen, who has acres of space to run into for Fort Lauderdale. Gebhard helping out. Nahib initially, pardon me, now Neville. Line for Brian Rosales, now Fenton Evans. Pawlowski. Ascona. Give it away to Jebsen. Casas dwelled on it maybe a smidge too long. Leonard helps him out and clears it only as far as Mabika. Ascona. He's definitely someone who can be dangerous in this second half for Fort Lauderdale. Neville. Neville has time. Neville with a good centering pass. Diaz was in the right place, and his pass was delicate enough that Bariga Toyama could keep it in and then find a teammate in Casas, who pokes it well to find Keegan. Casas on the overlap, couldn't get back to it, and then commits a foul. And the way it's been going, that's likely going to be a yellow card as well, and it is. Mendez did a good job backtracking after Keegan and Casas nearly played their way through. Casas is the player who's still down. Keegan helping him out. But when he rises to his feet, the 18-year-old Javier Casas will have his name taken. Dairyland replay showing you the last sequence. Keegan nearly got it back to Casas. Get a closer look at it, and yeah, Casas nowhere near the ball there, and he knew it too, I think. Mendez shielded it away from him after he just couldn't corral it off the return pass from Keegan. And as expected, Casas is booked. 18 years old, helping out from the Chicago Fire in MLS. As Carl Craig has told us, they just kind of need the bodies. And Javier has his name taken. Third yellow card brandished for a forward Madison player. Two of them on that back line as well. So it'll be interesting to see what Carl Craig wants to do. Actually, we're being told that that might be the last action tonight for Javier Casas. And he was slow to get up there after his challenge in behind. We'll wait to see what happens. Meantime, Fort Lauderdale take their free kick. Podlowski not the best of touches there. He nearly gave it away. Casas is back on for the time being, so Madison have 11 on the pitch. But for how much longer we await to see. Here's Mabika. Casas putting the pressure on. Lofted over the top. Luckily the goalkeeper Calendar is there. Mabika does well. For the ball leads him towards the sideline. Oh, he's playing it a little dangerously there, but Keegan isn't able to get a touch on it. Podlowski now. Ascona. Threaded through and behind. Diaz with a little bit of a miscue, and it floats over the top and out for a corner. Well, Diaz has scored an own goal this season for forward Madison, and he nearly did it in somewhat spectacular style, but not to the good for Madison's cause. And Fort Lauderdale will have to settle for a corner after Brino didn't know where it was for a moment. And even his miscues were delicately touched. Diaz, but really paid the price. Another short corner to Ascona, who had nowhere to go with it, really. Neville reassesses, floats in a ball towards the near post. Dealt with defensively by Eric Leonard. Ball goes out of play, referee signaling over to the sideline. And it looks like Michael Vang is going to come on here for forward Madison. Coach Carl Craig talked about him being one of the positives as far as the injury front is concerned. We will see him back. Obviously, Madison's leading goal scorer of a year ago. One of the many weapons that have been out that are now back at Carl Craig's disposal. And Casas will be withdrawn after he went down underneath a challenge earlier, just about 5 minutes ago. That substitution brought to you by Festival Foods. Vang on. The 18-year-old Casas is withdrawn. Ascona well under the pressure. Podlowski able to chip it through for Neville, who leaves it for Edison Ascona, who keeps on going, but his shot is right at the face of Brino, who catches. Well, Edison Ascona, if you give him too much space, can be extremely dangerous. And he showed you why there, just couldn't find the back of the net. Leonard. Ooh, the pass not the best back to Brino, but Brino is able to clear it. Out for a throw. Diaz thought he was fouled. Fort Lauderdale will get the throw in. Half an hour to go. Noah Fusson's goal in the 39th minute. A spectacular strike. Separates the sides at the moment. Edison Ascona wins a free kick, much to the chagrin of Christian Diaz. Not happy with the referee's decision. Mendez misses, but Fort Lauderdale re-corral. Here's Evans. Neville gives it away. Madison could attack here on the counter. Fusson, the goal scorer, deals with Neville, and illegally, says the referee. Neville was hit in the face. Referee's going to brandish another yellow card here for Noah Fusson, I think, for continuing on and not following the sound of the referee's whistle. I think off camera he may have forced his way into the penalty area after the whistle was blown, which is why he's assessed a yellow. Meanwhile, Harvey Neville, I think, who was hit in the face, which initially led to the free kick being awarded, stays onto his knees and is attended to by the staff. Madison could have been in there as we take a look at the Dairyland replay. That's the tail end of Harvey Neville being hit in the face. Another look at it here. Fusson, yeah, he goes right there pretty forcefully with his right hand. If it's in the natural running motion, it's legal, but that was definitely not in that category. So he is into the book of the referee. And after Carl Craig withdrew a player who was on a yellow card, another one picks one up. Fort Lauderdale looks like they will make a change. Nahib is withdrawn. And Darian Reyes, substitution brought to you by Festival Foods, will make his appearance here for Fort Lauderdale. First change for Darren Powell's side tonight, as Mendez will get ready to get us back underway after that brief injury stoppage. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC, channel 157, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, Rodney Marsh, and the USL All Access, featuring Mike Watts and Devin Kerr every Tuesday night at 7 Eastern. You can also hear live action from the MLS, USL, Premier League, and much more, all on Sirius XM FC, channel 157, and the SXM app. Meanwhile, Edison Escona brought back and fouled. Free kick for Fort Lauderdale. They're kind of making this game a little choppy at the moment, with forward Madison seemingly in the ascendancy, but Fort Lauderdale trying to retake over, if you will, the tempo in this game, trying to take charge. This is Noah Allen with a good ball in, but Escona's touch lets him down. Evans helps it on for Poplowski. This is Neville. Forced out wide by Vang. Now Mendez finding Rosales. First touch again from Mendez is good. Mabika. And again. Escona. To flick it through. I think Curry was the target. It was too quick for him, and Brino easily corrals. This is Christian Diaz. They'll go all the way back to Brino. Madison, our second in USL League One, coming into the night with 84% pass accuracy. Been a big reason why they've taken the lead in this game, and they've been able to keep it with all that possession. Again, other action tonight in USL League One. Chattanooga and Greenville finished 1-1. Another goal for Lomis, but teams at the top of the table just keep drawing each other. It's been all 1-1s between teams in the top three this season. Tormenta leading by 2-1 over Richmond in the second half, and another yellow card brandished here. This time, I believe, Fenton Evans has his name taken with 25 minutes left. That is the 6th yellow card that has been brandished tonight. 4 go Madison's way, and 2 have gone the way of Fort Lauderdale now after Fenton Evans has his name taken by the referee. Another look on the Dairyland replay, and actually, to be fair, the shirt was tugged. It normally is a telltale sign of a yellow card. This one brought to you by Dairyland, as Fenton Evans has his name taken. Madison have looked the more likely to score again here. Can they take advantage of a set-piece opportunity in a pretty dangerous spot, especially considering that Malloy is on, although he slips on it there as he plays it short. This is Audie Jepson floating it into the penalty area. Took a deflection on the way through, cleared only as far as Connor Tobin. Marika Toyama, who's been really good tonight. He makes his way down the far side, ends up having it lost. Neville trying to come away with it. Just kind of pokes it forward. Nobody there in a white shirt. Madison win it back. Michael Vang on it here. Mabika, though, acting as a wall in front of him. And really wasn't too much of a difficult task in the end for Mabika, who's individually been splendid tonight defensively for Fort Lauderdale. And now Fenton Evans, who went on a nice run earlier in the first half, on a good run again here. Able to play it out wide. Evans again on the pass from Reyes, his first major action since coming on. Rosales. Now Reyes. Pavlovsky. Escona. Back out wide. Evans. And the floated ball from Escona is cut out. All played forward looking for Keegan. And it's a forward Madison throw. Assistant referee overrules. And it'll stay with the Flamingos as they try to get this out of their own half. There have actually been as many yellow cards in this game as there have been Fort Lauderdale shots. Shows you the possession and the tempo being in Madison's favor for the majority of the evening, but there's still time for things to change or potentially get better for the hosts. 6 shots total for Fort Lauderdale in this game. 6 yellow cards total between the two teams. Don't often see that. Very good Toyama. Keegan was brought down. Referee waves it away after Madison were appealing. Diaz and Jepson control it. Tobin back for Leonard, who doesn't have much to work with. Gebhard, though, does well to show and get back to help. Gebhard also has 3 goals to his name this season. Reyes. Going to get past Malloy. Vang does well, winning it back. Fuson. Now the ball played forward in for Keegan. Keegan against Mabika. Keegan goes for goal. And Callender wasn't too troubled. It's so tough to deal with Mabika one-on-one, and Keegan felt he didn't have any other option but to take on the shot. That just shows you the presence that Aime Mabika brings to the table at the back for Fort Lauderdale. And he's 6'6", 215, but he's also got a great first touch, great in the air as well, and obviously has that IQ you need to run a back line. Pavlovsky now. Lovely ball to switch fields. Fenton Evans with a good touch forward. Here's Noah Allen. Fenton Evans takes it on. Oh, and nearly scored it. You could see the frustration. It was a whisker away from an equalizer. He nearly found the top corner. It's certainly worth another look on the Dairyland replay. It looks like it's going in from that angle, but it dipped at the last moment and ends up going wide. Fenton Evans has been so good at times in the attack, and he nearly got his reward. Diaz. Vang floating it over the top. Keegan the target. Rosales back to Callender, who just kind of lofts it up in the air in the penalty area. Great touch from Brian Rosales to make sure that didn't become more of an issue. Escona. Another great ball to switch fields. Reyes with 2 on him. Trying to scoot his way through. Fuson, the goal scorer, helping out defensively for Madison. Neville in support. Now Edison Escona showing off the fancy footwork as he always tends to do. Ooh, a missed kick there though, and Vang playing it in for Keegan. Mendez showing his pace. Keegan may have been hit in the face himself. Referee did not give it a second look. And then the ball in behind now for Allen. Can he keep it in play? He does. Allen lofts it in. Tobin's there to head it away, only as far as Neville. Reyes. Rosales. Escona. Neville! And the shot goes over the top from Curry. It's out for a goal kick. More great build-up play from Fort Lauderdale as they've really started to grow into the game even more in this second half. But Mitchell Curry, who you'd expect to hit the target, wasn't able to. He was under pressure in the penalty area, but didn't trouble the goalkeeper in the end after great build-up play, leading to a great ball in from Neville. Another look at the Dairyland Insurance replay. As Kona, wonderfully done, and then the ball is so delicate from Neville. But Eric Leonard's challenge, I think, put Curry off just enough to keep it off the frame. Meanwhile, Fort Lauderdale looked to some reinforcements, it looks like here. Drew Harden, looks like he will be getting set to come on. Talking to some of his players and then sending them back out. Meanwhile, we wait to see who Drew Harden will be coming in for here. Looks like it's going to be Poplawski. Festival Foods substitution here. Poplawski is on a yellow card, which could be part of the reason for his withdrawal here. Fort Lauderdale trying to come from behind to get a point from a losing position when conceding first. They haven't done it all season. So the 6th time they've conceded first in a match. They've lost the previous 5 games when they've done that. United Soccer League, all 12 League One clubs and its players stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. For more information on the USL's commitment to change through the United Against Racism campaign, visit uslsoccer.com. Forward Madison took that quickly. And again, Aime Mabika was the quickest to it. He now strides into the Madison half to find Fenton Evans. This is Escona. Neville. Leaves it for Escona. And Bang trying to help out Escona. Poplawski looks to be withdrawn soon. Wait to see as Reyes finds Escona. Escona lost it, nearly got it back, but Bariga Toyama cleans it up. And the foul on the far side, Keegan doing well holding it up. Wins the free kick. And with 15 minutes to go, Fort Lauderdale will have a free kick, and we finally do get the confirmation of the Poplawski change. And brought to you by Festival Foods. Poplawski will be withdrawn. Drew Harden will enter with the last 15 minutes in front of him still. Looks like Alex Monis will come on. Another Festival Foods change, and he will withdraw. The goal scorer tonight, Noah Fuson, who just scored a spectacular opening goal. The only goal of the game at the moment. Took a moment of magic for Madison to take the lead. At the moment, it has stood up. And this is the other 18-year-old from the Chicago Fire in MLS helping out for forward Madison tonight. And now we are in the second half hydration break. Again, Noah Fuson was just withdrawn. So take a look at Bariga Toyama trying to keep his cool as Connor Tobin's telling him to let it go. There's still plenty of time to go, and Bariga Toyama is on a yellow card. Connor Tobin, as a co-captain and not on a yellow, has more of a right to have a conversation with the referee in that situation. A told that just over 3,500. 3,572 is the official attendance at Breese Stevens Field tonight. I will admit it has sounded like it's been louder than that amount. As we take a look at the Noah Fuson wonder goal. 39th minute, he took it on himself and just flashed it past the goalkeeper, Callender, who could do nothing about it. It's going to be a goal of the week candidate in a week full of amazing nominees. But Noah Fuson's first goal of the season adds to the really wonderful attacking play we've seen around the league this week. And it's the difference in the game at the moment. Again, the winner tonight will move into 4th place in USL League One's table, and it would be even bigger if it were Madison to win, because they have 3 games in hand on Fort Lauderdale. 2 teams met earlier this year. It was a tie, 2-2 in Fort Lauderdale. And all time between these two, it's only the 3rd ever meeting. It's finished drawn, honors even both times. As Fenton Evans fired one in, he was asking for a handball on the edge of the penalty area, and then Allen ran out of room on the near side. Well, Fenton Evans seemed adamant that it had hit an arm. And meanwhile, there is a player down here for Madison. It is Audie Jepson, who was questionable coming into the night. Carl Craig was telling us earlier this week, and obviously Carl Craig's trying to see his side get this one over the line. It's been one of the things Carl Craig has told us this week, and to be fair, Darren Powell said the same after they conceded late against Richmond last time out for them. But it's about seeing the game out, keeping that same intensity over the full 90 minutes. It's easier said than done. Carl Craig told us there have been injury problems he's been dealing with these last couple of weeks. Everybody's dealing with it, but it's one of those things that's going to definitely hurt when it comes to player selection. Just see there, 79th minute, Tormenta clinging to a 2-1 lead over Richmond. Richmond starting to go through a bit of a rough patch at the moment, but they still have time to equalize, as do Fort Lauderdale do here in Madison. First touch from Modis, out of play. Allen floats it for Escona, and Escona is able to keep this in. And he picks somebody out, Edison Escona. Floats in a delicate ball. It was a chance. I think it was Harden who was unmarked at the near post, but it went over his head. And now Mabika trying to hold off Keegan, and does so successfully. He nearly juked himself out of his shoes, but is able to keep possession for Fort Lauderdale. Now Reyes floating it all the way and over the top, out for a goal kick. For the W, the USL recently announced the formation of the USLW League, providing increased equity and opportunity for women looking to pursue careers in soccer both on and off the pitch. Comprised of clubs from across the Championship, League One, League Two, and new expansion markets, the W League is set to begin play in 2022 in more than 30 communities across the United States. Head over to USLWleague.com to learn more. In the meantime, Brino got a little bit of a warning there from the referee for time wasting. Well, that might have been handled on the way through off a double deflection. Referee didn't see it. Play continues. Evans out wide for Escona. Allen on the overlapping run on the near side. Escona on the edge of the penalty area. Drew Harden out for Evans. This is Harvey Neville. Rosales forced back. Mendez, 9 minutes to go. Pass picked off by Malloy. Escona won it back initially. Monis helping out. And Malloy is fouled. Able to alleviate some of the pressure. And a booking is assessed as well. Yellow cards continue to pile up. Another look at the Dairyland Insurance replay. Malloy initially lost it, but then won it back. And then the challenge came in. Initially thought that it was Escona, but it looks like it's going to be the substitute, Darian Reyes, who was the one that followed through. And he gets a Dairyland Insurance booking. Connor Tobin gets us back underway. Lovely touch by Diaz. A great pass as well to find Michael Vang. Vang brought down by Neville. Fans were looking for a free kick. Play continues. Evans. Rosales. All the way back for Mendez. Mabika, who's probably been the best player for Fort Lauderdale tonight. Escona. Lovely ball out wide and an equally good touch by Rosales. He's able to scoot his way past a defender. Has Reyes, who's on it now. Reyes keeps on going, takes a shot on. It wasn't too far away, but Madison will take that as it's out for a goal kick and more time can come off the clock. 7 minutes plus potential stoppage time to go. Noah Fuson's goal back in the 39th minute. It's just a piece of immense quality. Difference in the game at the moment as Allen fouls Gebhard. Diaz, Gebhard. Still feel like there could be a goal left in this. Could it be a sealer or an equalizer? Madison are hoping that they can wrap up the points. Gebhard. Still Derek Gebhard. Finding Keegan. Now Diaz. Again. Keegan. Gebhard. This is Malloy. And Vang! Saved by Callender. Instant impact for Michael Vang. He was not able to get enough elevation on it to beat the goalkeeper. Now Neville. Over the top, looking for Curry, whose header down is cut out by Mariga Toyama. Now Malloy into the path of Vang. Jebsen. Gebhard. And Gebhard is fouled. Again, more USL League One action coming up later tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern. Tucson taking on Union Omaha. Another one of our great matchups this week in League One action. This crazy USL League One campaign continues. 12 teams in the league, and you can argue that all 12 at the halfway mark are still very much in with a chance of reaching the top 6 and getting into the playoffs. Can't get much better than that. Madison trying to ascend in the table themselves. Gebhard continues with the advantage played by the referee. And a shot comes in, might have taken a deflection on the way through. But again, Drake Callender gobbles it up. Allen, who's been dangerous at times on this near side, finding the equally dangerous Evans. Escona. Gebhard regains. Allen, though, wins it back from him, only to lose it to Malloy. Malloy's control, delicate and delicious. He continues his run forward. A Madison player was dragged back, a shirt pull. Referee did not see that. Play continues. Referee was looking in the opposite direction and missed it. Jebsen. Diaz. Now Vang. Vang on Mabika. Vang trying to beat Mabika, and then miscommunication with Malloy. and it's out for a goal kick. Referee halts play here. Looks like we might get a change. And we will. Fen Evans will be withdrawn. And Felipe Valencia will enter on a Festival Foods substitution. Maybe one last roll of the dice for Darren Powell. 3 minutes plus stoppage time to go as Fort Lauderdale in their first visit to Madison trail by a 0-0. Noah Fusson's goal separates the sides. First touch was good from Valencia, cleared out by Diaz. As you see there, Tormenta still holding on. We're the same portion in the game as they are. 2-1, Ian Cameron's side still have the lead. And actually, as we dropped the graphic, we're being told that Richmond have just equalized. Incredible. So the kickers are on terms with 2 minutes to go. It's 2-2. Wow. That's the thing. It's twists and turns in this league. That's why we love it. There's still time for Fort Lauderdale to have a late say here. 2 minutes to go plus potential added time. Noah Fusson's wonder strike separates the two sides. Escona. Neville. Onto his left boot. Cuts it back onto his right. Lofts it in towards the back post for Curry. And the flag is up against Mitchell Curry. It would not have counted. Once again, great shape from that Madison back line. Christian Diaz and company hoping they can see this out. Just one win in their last 8 coming into tonight, Madison. And Coach Carl Craig said earlier this week it would be monumental for us to get 3 points. It would just be a huge boost for the boys. As Vang sliding in, referee deemed it was a clean challenge, but Fort Lauderdale have it anyway. Drew Harden poked away off a deflection by Malloy. It was Reyes who ran out of room. It's won back by Madison. Keegan's asking for it. He's not able to get on the end of it as Mendez cuts it out. 1 minute of the 90 remaining. Valencia, Reyes, Curry, let's fly! Oh, what a save by Brino. Crucial in the latter stages. And it's out for a corner. Crucial touch from the forward Madison goalkeeper. Olix Anderson in the 88th has equalized for Richmond. The confirmation, they're in the 90th minute, as are we. Late drama in Statesboro. Can Madison hold on here? Corner coming in towards the back post, and there's a foul that's going to send it the other way. There is a Madison player still down in the penalty area. And a yellow card has been brandished here, I think, for Modesto Mendez. We are now into stoppage time, waiting the confirmation for how many, but at the moment, a Madison player is being attended to. Just Coffee Cooperative stoppage time, and that number is right. 8 more minutes. Aaron Malloy is the player that's still down. The Dairyland Insurance replay. As we take a look at this last corner, it was Mendez who was booked. It's probably because he didn't get to the ball and ended up hitting right into the shoulder, it looked like, possibly the head of Aaron Malloy. So there's the Dairyland yellow card for Modesto Mendez. Looks like Malloy is able to get up to the feet of under his own power, I should say. It's good to see for the Flamingos. Diaz over the top, looking for Keegan. Oh, Callender had to head that. He would have been out of his penalty area. If he had handled it, that would have been a free kick. And now Jepson is fouled. And that should get Madison through 2 of the 8 added minutes. Six minutes of added time still to go. Madison trying to seal what would be their 5th win of the season. Aaron Malloy. And it was Vang trying to get on the end of that pass. It's taken back by Fort Lauderdale. Played forward towards Valencia, who has it cut out. Tobin in possession for a moment. Bariga Toyama helping it on. Keegan would have floated forward. Initially Moniz was on it. Now Bariga Toyama does really well. Hesitates, then sliding it forward, looking for Vang. Picked up by Diaz. Great ball to find Vang. Good ball now in behind. Moniz with the ball in. It takes a deflection. And Callender couldn't keep it in. It's a corner. 5 minutes left of injury time. And Bree Stevens trying to sing the Flamingos over the line. Madison looked to take this short. Malloy and Keegan. This UW Health corner will be taken short. Going to keep it in that corner. They win a throw. Nearly half of the 8 added minutes have been played. If it holds, Forward Madison would move up to 4th in the USL League One table behind Noah Fuson's first goal of the season. And what a goal it was. They still have 4 more minutes. This is not where Fort Lauderdale want to have it at the moment. They do get a throw in though. Fort Lauderdale have to take this quickly, and they do. Callender, instead Mabika, probably to play this out of the back basically by himself. And he's able to do so, using his pace and his strength. Finding Drew Harden. Curry with Allen on the overlapping run. Curry, put it off of Diaz. Diaz was a brief handball appeal by Curry. Referee didn't even take a second look at it as Kona floating it in over the top. Rosales with a centering header, and Malloy smashes it out for a throw on the far side. Looks like we will see another Madison change with 3 minutes left of the 8 added on. Tyler Allen is going to come on, and the substitute, Michael Vang, is going to be removed here. I hope it's not injury related. He's just coming off an injury. The Festival Foods change has been made. Hope that Vang's okay. Might be for another reason, but Tyler Allen is in to try to help Madison get this over the line. Mabika. Allen trying to get on the end of it, but Mabika keeps on running and wins a free kick just outside of the penalty area in a good position for Fort Lauderdale. What an effort individually there by Aime Mabika. And with 2 minutes to go, Fort Lauderdale will have a set piece. Dairyland replay shrugs off the challenge from Allen, and then Jepson just tripped him up right on the edge of the penalty area. Didn't quite get enough of the ball in the referee's view. A dangerous set-piece opportunity for Fort Lauderdale. Harvey Neville waves as Kona off of this set piece. He could go for goal here, Neville. He floats it in, and nobody was there. All was miscommunication. Neville expected more of a far post run. Nobody made the run. And Some frustration boiling over there inside the penalty area as it goes out harmlessly for a goal kick, and now there's just over a minute to go. That was a huge opportunity for Fort Lauderdale that they've squandered. Reno, who just made a huge save just before we got into added time from Curry, clears it away. Fort Lauderdale maybe have time for one more attack. We have 1 minute left of the 8 added on. Fort Lauderdale get the throw. Some complaints from the Madison side and a booking for dissent. Honest has his name taken, the substitute. Fort Lauderdale running out of time. They still have enough time for one last attack. 30 seconds though, and it's given away to Allen. Allen doesn't get the free kick, much to the chagrin of Carl Craig and the Madison bench, but they do get a throw. And that might just see it out for Madison tonight. Going back in. Fort Lauderdale have to regain possession in a hurry here. Riga Toyama shielding it away. Free kick for Madison, and that might just do it. A little bit of afters there for the referee to sort out. And the referee hands out another yellow card. I think we might be in double figures now. And the player that's still chirping a little bit is Harvey Neville as he was moving away. And Harvey Neville is the one that's been booked. Brought to you by Dairyland for dissent. There is a Madison player down. I believe it is Bariga Toyama. Now we wonder, we've had the 8 added on. How much more time will there be? Again, back in the 39th, Noah Fuson with a spectacular opening goal. At the moment, it stands as the winner. Tobin sends it down into the corner. Fort Lauderdale have a throw, but how much time will they have to get this upfield? Actually, the ball's been put further upfield. Fort Lauderdale have to just smash this forward. They're running out of time. Mabika has to retrieve it. We're in the 100th minute here. Neville. Last chance saloon for Fort Lauderdale. Allen. Malloy initially with the challenge. Referee nearly blew his whistle, but Fort Lauderdale kept possession. Poked through. Opportunity for Reyes. Curry now lofting it into the penalty area. Headed only as far as Rosales' header. Should say his shot. Oh, and it's in! The cross came back in, and Mitchell Curry equalizes with 100 minutes on the clock. His phenomenal run of form continues, and Fort Lauderdale make a point appear out of a magical hat in Madison. Meanwhile, in the middle of Fort Lauderdale's celebrations, a red card has been shown to the forward Madison bench. They thought it should have been full time. But Mitchell Curry's 5th goal of the season levels the scoring for Fort Lauderdale right at the death. Madison didn't quite clear it on the Dairyland replay. It was just lofted back in. Oh, and what a finish that is from Mitchell Curry. First time volley. And as deep into injury time as you can get, Fort Lauderdale looked to have salvaged a point at Bree Stevens Field out of absolutely nothing. There will be definitely some frustration from Madison over the time added on. By the way, we're still not done. Gebhardt has won a free kick. And apparently there's still time for Madison. There's a set piece for Malloy to take. It'll be taken quickly. Gebhardt has a chance here. In it comes. A chance at the back post. Oh, and it's blasted over by Allen. And that's full time. Oh, heart-stopping stuff in Madison, Wisconsin. And somehow, some way, Fort Lauderdale salvage a point at the death. And it finishes 1-1. Incredible. Somehow, some way, the third meeting goes as the first two did. Honors even between Madison and Fort Lauderdale. The Rhyme final score, Madison 1, Fort Lauderdale 1. There will be questions over how much time was added on at the end of stoppage time. Fort Lauderdale will not care one bit. They get the point late on. Mitchell Curry salvages a point, but Noah Fuson was the one that stole the show early on in the first half. He scored in the 39th minute, but his goal ends up being canceled out by Mitchell Curry, who's now the joint leading goal scorer with 5 for Fort Lauderdale. What a wild finish to the match. We take a look at the Dairyland save of the game. It was Phil Brino. Could have chosen a couple here, but it was off the Harvey Neville strike early on in the second half. He had a great save as well to deny Mitchell Curry right before stoppage time as well. But in the end, Mitchell Curry equalized in the end to salvage a point. And again, Noah Fuson's goal of immense quality in the 39th opened the scoring in this one. He is our player to watch, I should say player of the match for Madison. Brought to you by Festival Foods, rightfully so. He had the goal of the match, maybe one of the goals, if not the goal of the week in USL League One play. As you can see, there are still extracurriculars going on after Madison were frustrated with the amount of time added on at the end of injury time. We'll take a look now at the play of the match of this one. Again, there was a lot of great moments in the match, but really Noah Fuson stole the show, presented by Metro Kia of Madison. 39th minute, a step over and a smash from Noah Fuson, his first goal of the season. And for the longest time, it looked to have been the winner. But it's certainly one of the goals of the week, if not the goal of the week. What a strike from Noah Fuson. And Bree Stevens was bouncing at that time. Well, what a game it was between these two. Madison got the opening goal in the 39th minute. Noah Fuson with a fantastic strike to open the scoring. And Fort Lauderdale were able to salvage a point at the end. It finishes 1 apiece. We'll take a break, and we'll wrap it up next from Bree Stevens Field in Madison.
Dairyland is getting there every day land. It's room for everyone land. It's post-retirement hobby land. Dairyland is driving to your first day of work land and spending Saturdays on the road land. Dairyland is affordable auto and motorcycle insurance for you land, all to help get you there. Dairyland is your land.
Sean St. Jacques back here with you in Madison, Wisconsin. Despite a tough finish to the game, Madison, as they always do, thanking their fans here at Bree Stevens Field for another incredible atmosphere. It does finish, though, on the Rhyme final score, 1 apiece between Forward Madison and Fort Lauderdale. As we take a look at the full-time highlights from this one, brought to you by Heartland Credit Union. Again, the fans were out. As always, Bree Stevens one of, if not the best atmospheres in USL League One. And Noah Fuson had them bouncing in the 39th minute, his first goal of the season. What a strike it was. And at the time, it gave forward Madison a 1-0 lead that they held on to for just about all of the match. They nearly added on to it. Bariga Toyama with a strike in the second half, but Drake Callender was able to make a lunging save to his left to keep out the left back's effort. Then Harvey Neville took on a good strike in the second half as well. Phil Brino, though, was up to the task and made the save, palming it over the crossbar. Fort Madison had more defending to do. Edison Azcona took on a decent effort, but it was right at Phil Brino in the end. Azcona, this was his best chance individually of the game, but he was dangerous in times in the second half. Then Fenton Evans nearly equalized as well with 20 minutes to go. A lovely bending effort with the outside of his right boot, not able to hit the target. Fort Lauderdale had opportunities. They had chances where they were banging at the door, and then finally, in the 90 plus 10th minute, Mitchell Curry scores to equalize and silence Bree Stevens at the death. His team tied, leading 5th goal of the season, and Fort Lauderdale, for the first time all season, concedes first and salvages a point from a match, and it keeps them ahead of forward Madison in the USL League One table. Have to say that there was definitely some controversy over the amount of added time and then the amount of added time added on to the added time at the end of the game. Fort Lauderdale won't care. To see on the Rhyme full-time stats, they get a point late on, and obviously led in shots, did not lead in shots on target, but in the end it finished one apiece between forward Madison and Fort Lauderdale. As you see there on the Dairyland standings, that's what it looks like. Both teams stay outside the top 6, but Fort Lauderdale stay ahead of forward Madison by 1 point because it finished honors even. TFC 2, at the moment, on goal difference, have the 6th spot in the table. Well, USL League One brought more drama yet again tonight in Madison. The league always brings it, night in and night out. Noah Fuson's marvelous effort opened the scoring for Madison, but deep into injury time, Mitchell Curry equalized to salvage a point for Fort Lauderdale. For our entire crew, I'm Sean St. Jacques saying so long from Madison. Somehow, someway, it finishes even.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League, League One, cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League, League One.